Who showed me that video of that girl whose laugh sounded like she was singing?
What?
Yeah, I saw a video of a girl whose laugh sounded like she was singing.
That sounds kind of awesome.
Somebody showed that to me. I gotta find it. But everybody, ready?
No.
Oh, what episode is this?
I'm not even here right now. No, this is 8. No, this is 10.
Pretty sure. No, so.
Episode 28.
Alright, welcome back everyone to Must Be a Podcast, episode 7.
Yeah.
Marquis is back once again.
He's out of closet.
Hey guys.
Devin
hey girls,
and Paul. We have some interesting stuff today.
Yeah.
Yep.
We also went along to change
Our format.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about more about entertainment stuff.
If not all entertainment stuff.
Yeah, we want to see how it goes and see how it's received and go from there. And yeah, we'll hope you enjoy it.
And we plan on doing a different format in terms of how we're going to record the podcast. It's most likely going to be webcam based. More convenient. We could get, more. We could be more solidified in terms of how we release our episodes. And then hopefully we can continuously have Marquis on the podcast as well as including Paul. It will help us with getting people, maybe guests, to be on the podcast as well. So we're thinking webcam based in terms of like still doing the video, but we might put it in audio format too. And then that will go on SoundCloud and still go on YouTube. So we could get out to you guys in multiple formats, depending on how you prefer to listen or watch. So that's our introduction. We're going to start with Captain Marvel.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Yep.
We're not going to do a spoiler edition because that's just too much work.
And it's too early.
Yeah, exactly. And next week once everybody has seen the movie, then we'll talk about it a little bit more in depth and build upon that, because there are still Marvel/Disney movies coming out, which we can cover. But yes, Captain Marvel, spoiler free. We've all saw it except for Paul, unfortunately, but he's going to see it soon. So we're just going to give it our opinion so far and predict what's going to happen for the following MCU movies.
Yeah, overall I enjoyed it. Now, I know the last time I talked about how Brie Larson, they made some comments and whatever about the movie.
Yeah.
And I went in with that in mind, thinking that it was going to be all about that. And,
we were talking about the feminism thing?
Yeah. And, it really wasn't, in my opinion. It wasn't as much. Like, I thought it was going to be more of that.
But you can agree that you saw a moment.
Yeah. There were
which was expected, and I have absolutely no problem with that. I know, I did hear that there was some negative feedback. I didn't really read too much into it, so I don't know if it really covered with, it had to do anything with the whole feminism thing. But I think before the movie was released, there were people, that was like a hot topic. People were talking about that.
Yeah.
And it's there. It's not the forefront of the movie. The movie
it's not in your face.
An origin movie about the character Captain Marvel.
Okay. So they didn't force it on you.
They didn't force it, no, but it came naturally, I should say. It was there. She wasn't preaching, feminism. It wasn't in your face. It was there.
It was like a moment.
It was a moment or two. I liked it. It had, personality, and it didn't feel forced or thrown in at you.
Okay.
What were you gonna say, Devin?
Oh man, no. There were some scenes where the music choices were questionable. There's one scene in particular, no spoilers, where a certain song happens in a certain scene, and it's like, why is this here for this type of scene? It didn't match it at all. And then I feel like the other song that they put in there for the other scene I'm thinking of, they just put it there just because nostalgia. Because the movie is set in 1995.
Because the events happened like 6 years prior. So
6 years. 8 plus 6. Or 89. 695.
I'm getting.
I was thinking,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
my math was
I'm
right.
like, what?
Yeah, no,
I kept thinking,
what is
thinking
happening?
8 plus 6 for some reason. I kept
yeah,
thinking
no,
88.
it happened in the movie was set in '95,
Okay.
and it was nostalgic. I kind of like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I lived through some of that.
Oh, yeah.
I was two.
Nah, we were pups. We were pups.
95?
Yeah.
We were pups.
I was 5 or 6 years old.
Still a pup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he at least gets to remember.
Yeah.
I was
Like
even
we were.
conceived.
I was too. Yeah.
I was even
Not even a twinkle in your parents'
Prospect
eyes.
over here, young
I
prospect.
don't think I was a thought at that
Oh.
point.
Yeah. When was your brother born?
Oh, brother?
Older or
And
younger?
sister.
Older.
What?
Yeah.
Both. Yeah, you're the youngest, right?
I'm the youngest.
Yeah. He's older brother and sister.
Oh,
And
yeah.
your brother's the
Yo,
oldest? Or
that's crazy.
What?
You might not have ever existed. Like your parents could have been like, "Yo, we're done now,"
Yeah.
and that could have been it.
Yeah, it's
So,
crazy.
wait, so you said your sister's older?
Yeah, my sister's the oldest. She's like 32. Brother's 29.
Oh, damn. That's a big dick.
Yeah.
Big, age difference.
3 years.
Between all of them?
Between them two and
Yeah, I was saying like,
Yeah.
because you said 29, then you're
21.
Yeah, so that's like
21,
22. That's a pretty big
It's like, yeah.
21 Savage over here.
Okay, that's
But yeah, the music choices was a little, but it was what two occasions.
2-2.
There's two occasions that happened.
Yeah.
For nostalgic reasons, like you said.
Yeah.
But it was still, for me, I was entertained throughout the whole movie. Like there's not many movies that will keep me consistently entertained like that, but that was one of them. Well, in terms of the Marvel movies, for the last couple, I've been practically at the edge of my seat. So it was nice to know that this movie didn't really stop anything from happening. Although, I guess it's maybe a mediocre rating amongst overall people
compared
so far,
to like all the like movies we've seen, if it fell in like phase 1, then it would have been like, all right, it's a decent Marvel movie at the time. But like
we said in pre-production, it was.
We've seen
It was origin.
it was origin.
Yeah, we've seen better, yes, and it was an origin story. So it's gonna start slow. Now, there's been no talk so far, as far as I know, of another movie coming up, but we can probably expect one.
Probably
Yeah.
like around phase 4.
Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know Marvel forever just doing a one and done.
No.
Yeah. Usually people get their trilogies, but I feel like she'll probably get hers. Like if they have a second movie, maybe like 2-3 years from now, that kind of window.
Yeah,
Somewhere around there. So
which makes sense. Now,
Exactly.
Ant-Man's probably getting a third, right?
yeah, Ant-Man's getting a third. The crazy thing is though,
Oh, he is?
I think Ant-Man's getting a third. Well, I don't know now because the second one was Ant-Man and Wasp, so it's like technically that's like both of their movies. So I don't know if that like changes that format now. But then I'm thinking for this year, like after Spider-Man, they're done. Like there's
no more
there's
movies.
nothing, there's
And
nothing
Spider-Man's
else.
in July.
Yeah, it's in July.
Really,
I
there's
think
no
it's
movies coming out in the.
Nope, for the rest of the year.
Wow.
And like
They
they
usually have a fall
yeah,
movie, don't they?
yeah, they've like the last like since last year and stuff. They kind of done away with that.
After the summer. Well, the summer is their big one.
Yeah.
Usually.
And then now-
Endgame is starting that whole summer thing.
Yeah, and then now like they haven't. I don't think they've announced what the next movie is after Spider-Man. So like they're either probably filming that right now, or like we don't know what the next movie is coming out next year. I thought that was kind of interesting.
But what character do you guys want them to add in the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff?
Well, can we count Deadpool as a Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Nah.
Fully Marvel Cinematic?
Well, no, they're trying to. Those deals are happening and all that stuff. So they're trying to
'Cause I-
put all those guys in there. They need to reboot. They need to really like sit down and do a
Fantastic Four.
good Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I would
But
probably
isn't
say that.
Fantastic Four under
I-
Fox?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so is Deadpool.
they have those deals. They're like
And
putting
X-Men.
those they're
Yeah.
putting those deals
Fantastic
together.
Four,
to, like,
X-Men,
get
and
everything
Deadpool.
together.
I feel like Fox, when it comes to these movies, is like the EA of.
They
of
did
movies.
Fantastic Four. out of all the movies 3 times, right?
Yeah.
So they did 2. With the
No.
cast.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well 3. Yeah,
It was
3
3?
movies altogether.
Yeah, because there was
3
2 that
movies.
came out before.
Yeah,
Like the
it was
Doctor-
the
like
first one and then the Silver Surfer one.
And then they
And then the
rebooted
one with
that.
Michael
Oh, the
B. Jordan.
reboot.
And then
No,
they
I
had a
didn't see the
reboot.
reboot.
Yeah, the
one.
reboot.
I never
did
watched the reboot.
Terrible. It did even worse than the other 2.
Nah,
So-
the second one, I think that would be my favorite Fantastic Four.
With Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need to like sit down and like make a really good one.
I would like to see that. I would like to see
And
that.
like put it in the MCU, like make that a thing. Like, yeah, there's other characters, but like I don't know. We'll see how they'll do it. We'll see how they put everything together.
Aren't they trying to add Wolverine to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I keep seeing mock-ups of different people who could play him. I think.
Yeah, because right
the
now they're
most
still trying to
recent-
figure out who's gonna be the next Wolverine.
Yeah,
That's like
I think the
whole
most
thing in
recent
itself.
one I've seen was Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
No.
Reeves.
Somebody did
He-
like a
no,
Marvel
he would have to
No.
jack. He would have to
Stop.
jack
Yeah.
up big time.
Yeah, people.
Like,
did
don't
like-
get me
I
wrong.
like Keanu.
John
I
Wick
lo-
is dope.
I love
right now.
Keanu Reeves.
Isn't the third one coming out?
Yes, John Wick 3 is coming out. That's gonna be sick.
Yo, I
But-
love Keanu Reeves. Like he's a great guy too in real life. Like
Yeah.
very very humble dude.
I didn't know that.
But
Nah, not that choice. That's not a good choice. That's not a good choice.
what?
That's-
For him, it's Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I-
no.
I think they could.
Yeah. But
It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be like a big name guy. Like,
But
you
the
know what I
thing
mean?
is-
Like,
it's big shoes to fill because Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman
yeah, exactly.
looks like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like he was. It's like I was talking to a friend of mine last night about this. He just looks like he was born to play Wolverine,
Yeah,
especially
from
after
like the hair,
getting
like
fit
the
into the role.
build,
Yeah.
like and all that stuff. Yeah, it was like he that was like his.
Well,
thing.
we've talked about this thousands of times, but he goes down as one of those people, one of those actors, who really it will be hard to replace their role.
It's like, say if they tried to replace Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly.
Oh,
nobody
yeah. That's
can.
crazy.
Nobody else can do Iron Man.
Because he literally has like that swagger of like a Tony Stark. Like that's literally him. He's
To the point
literally
where
freaking
new
Iron Man.
cartoons they probably try to draw
Yeah.
him
Yeah,
to
exactly.
look like.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, when
That
that's-
and like, also he's been there from the beginning.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So it's like,
So Hugh Jackman,
we grew
Robert
up
Downey
watching
Jr.,
him as Wolverine.
definitely. I mean, they've done Hulk 3 times.
Yeah, Hulk is.
So anybody can play Hulk at this point.
Hulk isn't even really there right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Like, he was barely in.
Nah, you know what? Now I want a good Hulk movie.
I don't think they're gonna do another one. It's
Because think about it.
They're too far in
Hulk
any
had a
other
whole
stories.
Planet Hulk storyline that would have been crazy if the MCU did it and they did it right. And they
wasn't
kind of
it like-
implemented that in
Yeah,
Thor Ragnarok.
exactly.
Like the Thor Ragnarok storyline when he was like in the arena,
Yeah.
like fighting against Hulk. That's like kind of Hulk storyline. That's the Hulk storyline right there, kind of. So it's like they kind of like took that and like put that into Thor, but it worked out
Yeah.
for the movie.
Yeah.
But it was like so I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna get his own solo movie.
I see now.
might not
I would
touch
say
that.
like it would be cool if they did do like a side movie recalling back to that time,
Cause like
a Hulk movie. But I don't think they would do that either.
Because then also you gotta think about it. That last Hulk movie is tied to the MCU, but then they like try to like not really. They don't really bring it up that much, even though it is tied to it. Because like they had Robert Downey Jr. in the end credit scene, like talking to the same to the General dude, and then the General when he
Yeah.
popped up in Civil War. It's like that universe, like it's still tied with that movie. It's like they kind of like stepped
It's
away.
loosely tied.
Yeah, it's loosely tied to
Yeah.
that movie. So I don't know. They might be stepping on stones if they try that. So.
Now back to a little bit more about Captain Marvel. So overall, with like, well, all of us can probably agree because I know Marquis, you have some stick against the movie. I mean, I don't know if you really want to express that because me, Devin, are kind of on the same page.
Yeah,
We've
like-
seen it, but
Okay.
let's
I'm
get
not
to
like,
let's get
I'm
to a little
interested.
bit of
It
the
is-
evil.
It's not that I don't like the movie. The movie is a good movie. It's just that it was like the action scenes. It wasn't that appealing.
Well, okay. There was a bit of action. There was a bit of action, and I guess none of it really picked up in terms of action until like towards the end.
Yeah, like
But I still felt the appeal to it. Like I went into the movie not throwing too much expectation, so maybe that's why.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't do any of my like research or anything. Didn't look up any reviews, but I went into the movie kind of expecting it to be a little slow, which it kind of was. But like I said, I still enjoyed it. I would consider seeing it again, not for like $12+, but
yeah.
I would see it again. Also, I don't really know Captain Marvel's story.
Yeah.
So that was like a learning experience for me, too. And also, most of the hype definitely came from the end of Infinity War. So I know most people went to the movie probably to see that, and because it's directly part of the next movie. So
because until that Infinity War like scene, you didn't know that there was gonna be a Captain Marvel movie coming out like the next year. So it was just like, oh, okay, like now let's put it straight. Okay, now we gotta look out for a Captain Marvel. See what that's about to be like.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on seeing that sometime this week when I get a chance to.
I'm not gonna be ready when Endgame drops. Yeah, I'm telling you now.
That's a whole other monster.
Yeah, man. I don't know if anybody's really ready.
Someone I think is actually like gonna get killed off for good though. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah,
that's absolutely
some characters might get killed off for good though.
How they're gonna get killed off?
It might be Hulk, so not in the movie.
That would be wild.
Would you guys accept?
I don't know. It might be Cap.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense because his contract.
Yeah, because the actor Chris Evans' his contract is done with them, so like he might get killed off. I kind of don't want him to kill him off, but it's like because Cap's been a boss,
Would you guys accept if it was just Hawkeye that died?
Just Hawkeye?
Nah, there's no way it's Hawkeye because he wasn't in the last one, and it seems like he's about to be a much bigger part of this one.
Isn't he called? Yeah. No, he's not called Hawkeye anymore.
He's called Ronin.
Ronin
now.
Oh,
yo. You saw that? You saw that in the trailer? He was like just finished like killing somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what?
Why did he change his name?
I think that was like that's a legit thing in the comics. I think at some point he
changed his name to Ronin.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So maybe he's more like just slashing people up type stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
You guys are over here having private chats. What are you watching?
It's that propane.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh my god.
We got a podcast here.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we're there.
Are you sure you?
I just kind of want to move on to the next topic. I think we covered Marvel.
Alright. So that inspired you to watch a video?
No.
Okay. So what's the next topic?
Next topic is Days Gone. We're going into video games now. Days Gone. Oh my god. Days Gone. Gold.
Days Gone.
I hope I don't have to say it.
Meaning that the production for the game is finally finished. Highly anticipated exclusive for PlayStation.
Isn't that kind of bad though?
What? That it's an exclusive?
No, that's like
done.
It went gold now. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like I feel like it was already expected to come out like next month. Like shouldn't have been gone gold. Like maybe like a month.
I mean,
back. Maybe they were just tweaking some things.
I think they're probably happy too. Just get the news out there. Because you used to hear about that all the time. Like, so-and-so has gone gold. Like, I remember hearing, like, way back when Halo 2 went gold. When I heard that, I was like, as a kid, oh, man, that was a great time. That was a great moment. Nowadays, you don't really hear anything. Nowadays, you just, like, hear the release date, and you're like, oh.
Well, yeah, maybe they're just trying to build the hype.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, because I feel like a lot of people are underwhelmed by the game at first. Like first showing at E3, a lot of people were like, "Okay, zombies."
Yeah, zombies. I don't know how. Like, it's like I don't know. I feel like people like might be just in like a different kind of mood right now. Like
everybody's probably done with the zombie thing. Zombies have been going on for a long time.
Plus, there has been no Left 4 Dead 3. Yeah, that hasn't come out. Yeah, no. So it's like if you want a zombie game, Left 4 Dead 3 is really what you really want right now.
All right, let's go.
Like Days Gone does look great though.
I want to go off on a tangent a little bit from Days Gone. Valve disappointed me so much. Now, the latest game that they actually had developed was Artifact, which is a Dota 2 card game. That game came out. It was doing well and nosedived. They've lost. This report just came out actually a few days ago. They lost 99% of their player base. 99% of the player base. Wow. And like 13 developers who are working on the game are gone. And they had the help of Richard Garfield, one of the creators of Magic the Gathering. He was on contract with them, along with someone else. And their contract was terminated as well with Valve. And it's like they still have stuff down the pipe for this game, but I don't know how they're going to keep that game alive. Like, because now it's probably down to a couple hundred players, and once they stop, the game is dead, and there ain't no coming back.
Time to jump.
And part of that is because the game, like, you pay for the game, it's $20. It should have been free to play, since you got to pay for the cards. So you're paying $20, and you got to pay for the cards. Damn. And the cards, because Steam has their own marketplace, and so the card values were set initially by Valve themselves, but then they let the marketplace take over, and let the community take over the price ranges. And some of these cards, like for example, Axe, a hero from Dota 2, he was one of the best cards for a red deck in this game, and he alone was about $30 to $40 for this one card.
That's more than the actual game.
Yeah. Some of the cards are worth more than the game.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And see that's also the case for Magic the Gathering, where a lot of single cards go for like $30, $40 or even more, depending on how rare they are. And but still, at least in that case, you have a physical card.
Yeah. So
my whole thing is, they spend all this time developing this fucking game. I'm trying not to curse in the podcast, but I couldn't. They spent all this time on this game that no one wanted. I mean, they could have been working at Left 4 Dead 3.
They're probably too focused on doing their own thing, man.
Half-Life 3 is dead. We're never going to talk about that. That thing's dead in the water.
I mean, we probably do have more of a chance of seeing Left 4 Dead 3 before Half-Life.
Half-Life 3 is not happening. That's the thing. It's not happening.
Because I remember I played Half-Life 2.
Because the guy who was doing this, one of the guys who used to work for Valve, who was doing the script, came out and he like released like the whole script for Half-Life 3, and he even said like, no, they're not even working on it at all.
That's crazy.
So
that's wild.
I don't know. Going back to Days Gone though, I don't know. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. It's like kind of like the first like real open world like kind of zombie like experience like single player. So that's kind of interesting to see how they do with that. I don't know. I think it looks good. I'll show you that. So.
There is good news for Half-Life 3. Well, the last time I heard of that was like last year. When that guy released the script for Half-Life 3, there was a team of modders and programmers who took that script. They're trying to use that script to work on a Half-Life 3. So it wouldn't be the same quality as you would get from Valve, especially since, they wouldn't have the voice actors or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're going to release those like a free mod or something. But I think Valve might try to stop it though. So.
Yeah. The shutdown.
With Days Gone though, for me personally, whenever I see a new IP, for some reason I don't get really excited until I see more. Like
I understand, me too.
Yeah, it's like every time I'm watching E3 every year or any kind of conference, and they show off a brand new game, I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, we gotta see more first.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, that's understandable because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
you don't know what there's nothing previous to look like. Look back to. It's a whole new thing. I don't know. It looks kind of promising.
Yeah.
The Sony's exclusives so far have been like pretty good quality. So like,
So is that it for that?
I think that might be.
Yeah.
Chris has.
Now I'm reading an article. Just so we could go a little bit more into gaming, but it's explaining why there's no Star Wars, and I guess you could throw Marvel into Kingdom Hearts. And they're saying
that's what I was hoping for.
That
they had Star Wars and Marvel,
and a lot of us was, but it says here, well, just quickly, it says, as you can see, it's not an issue of of desire to expand with Marvel and Star Wars, but it's a lot of legal hurdles with what sounds like politicking also involved. In other words, a lot of stuff out of the hands of Nomura and his team. Nomura being the director, I believe, of the team that does. Yeah.
Legal limbo always sucks when it comes to this kind of stuff.
And a lot of us, I'm sure, like, I know me and you talked a lot about that, Paul. Like,
dope. What?
Like, alright, for Avengers, they could have probably did something similar to how they did San Francisco, which, I mean, none of you have really been on that part yet, but it's a lot of, like, city action. And we see a lot of Avengers movies and Marvel movies.
It wouldn't even have to been something crazy.
Yeah. It could have been something simple.
They could have, like, thrown you in the middle of, like, the first Avengers or something crazy. Like, that could have been the storyline.
Which they probably would have done. And then as far as Star Wars, they'd probably just put you in the not Return of the Jedi, but the last one. Last one.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, Last Jedi.
Most likely, yeah.
They could have just thrown you in something like that. But, it's alright. Maybe we'll see when, well, no, the game's pretty much done after this now, so.
Yeah.
What?
I still think they should do a Lego Spider-Man. We were talking about that the other day, Paul.
Lego Spider-Man?
Yeah. I still think they should do a Lego Spider-Man. You guys ever play the Lego games?
Yeah. I played the Star Wars ones.
I just want to know, why are they not, like online? Like,
I really don't know. I would totally love to play.
Yeah, it's like you actually have to go to a person's house.
Because their net code is probably made of Legos.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man.
Hey, the games play pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I know.
They don't take forever to load.
Yeah.
Still sticking with games, Anthem is a tragedy.
Oh, man.
Don't. I was going to, you know what?
Is a tragedy.
I was going to put that in my notes, but I left it out because I feel like we've all heard enough about it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna cover it anyway because we're trying to be more entertaining.
The glasses are
Dude,
I can't see much about my glasses.
I had so much hope for that game, man.
I didn't get a chance to play the beta.
I did.
But
okay, even like playing the beta, there were problems.
Anyway,
yeah, you said you would wait for it on sale.
Listen,
it's probably not worth it now.
I'm with him on that.
You don't know?
No.
It's bricking people's consoles.
It's breaking people's consoles.
Well, bricking.
What happens is
it
cracked the game. Like your console.
Okay, that I actually didn't know.
Yeah.
All right. So the problem was worse for PS4 than it is for Xbox.
Okay.
Your console will shut down. Just shut down.
What?
And when you turn it back on, your console has to like verify all of the files and stuff.
Wow.
But some consoles were just like gone completely because of this update. And people's consoles were ruined.
It says here,
that's why.
It says here the past.
I don't want to take that chance.
It says the past few days have brought a number of Reddit threads with players saying that they have experienced this kind of crash shut-off on PS4. One of the most shared threads is from a player who claims the shut-off actually bricked his PS4, and that story was picked up by Kotaku yesterday.
That's crazy.
This article is pretty old. It's from like 5 days ago.
And then,
I'm not sure.
I've also heard on PC, there's been reports that like your PC will just shut down from the game. Well, like it'll just crash and shut down from the game. Like you're playing the game and boop.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and then
like,
if you don't experience that, then you have the issue of 100% CPU usage, and then if you don't have that, then the performance of the game kind of sucks. It feels like it wasn't polished up because of these patches, patch after patch after patch. And every time they patch it, there's like new, more game-breaking bugs, or system-breaking bugs, I would like to call them. And the overall point of the game is that it's a looter shooter, right?
yeah.
So there's been 2 instances where there's someone that, I guess someone messed up or whatever, but the loot was dropping, and it was dropping lots of really good loot, and people were making thread after thread after thread after thread on Reddit, saying, BioWare, please don't fix this. This game, this is the type of game you have, a looter shooter. If we're getting good loot, we're putting in the time game, getting in good loot, then we're going to be playing. We're going to keep playing because we want, because this is what we want. But then they fixed this bug twice because it wasn't meant. Yeah, and then so the loot sucks again, and so people are like BioWare must really be like blind or they can't read because this is what we want. We're pretty clear on what we want, and they're not giving it to us.
Yeah. No. Also, it seems like there's not like variety with the guns.
There isn't.
Like, did you hear about? The same.
Did you hear about that one bug where the starting rifle was the best rifle in the game?
Oh my god!
Because there was a number issue.
I thought like somebody was saying that when you guys were playing the beta.
No. It wasn't during the beta.
Oh, okay.
But
the starting rifle.
The starting level 1 rifle was the best rifle in the game. There's something went wrong with the numbers.
Oh my god.
So it was the best rifle.
It sounds like it was rushed, man. It sounds like a rush job or something, or just a mishap overall.
But then like even the I think we were talking about like the E3 thing, and it was saying like it looked better at E3 than it did like when it actually like.
Yeah, but I feel like there's always talks like that because they were saying the same thing for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but those though, you gotta.
They're also playing on like probably PS4 Pros and Xbox One X.
Yeah, like the best.
That too. Actually,
PCs.
sometimes when they show off those games, they're on computer.
Yeah.
They're just tech demos.
Because that's where it's built.
They're just tech demos, and like the graphic downgrades, I feel like that's a petty issue. It's like, come on, it's like.
Honestly, truthfully, I
that's why when they were saying that for Spider-Man, I'm like, all right, come on. Spider-Man looks great no matter what. I still need to actually finish the DLC.
Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, you want the game to look decent, but at the end of the day, the gameplay is what really matters.
Yeah.
The gameplay is gonna keep you coming back, and of course, also the story is gonna keep you coming back. That's what really matters.
So unless you're Miles.
What you mean?
Remember with the Fallout, how he didn't want to play New Vegas because of the graphics.
He didn't want to play New Vegas.
He played Fallout 3, but he didn't think that the graphics were updated for New Vegas, so he didn't want to play it.
Didn't want to play it.
And he missed out because it's still the best Fallout game.
Yeah,
still the best one.
Fun.
Yeah. It's like Cade said the similar thing to Fallout 4 about Fallout 3. I don't know if you ever played New Vegas, actually.
I did.
Oh, Cade.
Oh, Cade. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's why I'm excited for Outer Worlds, the game being made by the original creators of Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Obsidian.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, man. That looks it looks like Fallout.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about myself.
Complete side note: what's a bigger tank, Fallout 76 or Anthem?
76.
Definitely.
76 definitely. Like now Anthem has like serious issues. Like at least Fallout 76 wasn't breaking people's consoles. But Fallout 76 came out in like more of an unfinished state than Anthem.
Yeah, I mean, there might have been cases of people's consoles messing up, but I haven't actually heard anything.
At least Anthem is playable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fallout 76 is unplayable.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Quickly sticking with gaming. The Last of Us 2 release date might have just been leaked for real this time.
And what is
Stop! Are you serious?
Let's see.
Drum roll.
It says, while whispers have suggested a 2019 release date up to now, confirmation of specific launch window may have arrived via the mountains of Verdant, Peru. Or rather, a Peruvian retailer by the name of Wall Gamers, first discovered by Loot Gamers, who recently released a promotional poster on its website that clearly stated The Last of Us 2 will be launching October 2019. It looks like it's something to look forward to, and if it's the true release date, then it's gonna be exciting for the fall.
I mean, I was expecting a fall release date. That's when everything.
That's what I expect. That's what I think we've been on here a bunch of times saying that fall would be the best time.
Yeah, fall's the hot spot.
Yeah.
So
fall, winter.
Exactly. The end of the year.
End of the year, black sales.
People are indoors more around that time too.
Yeah.
When it's like spring, summer, people are like trying to get out the house and stuff. So
that's why movies tend to.
Be that's why. That's why I'm so. That's why I'm like kind of surprised when all these releases come out in like April and stuff too with games. Because I would say, between the start of the year till now, and then even going to the next month, there's some pretty big releases coming out.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Well, you have to think about it too. Like, especially with AAA titles. Remember back in the day with well, they still do, but most of the times, most AAAs were dropping on like Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And
now
recently,
Friday.
now it's dropping on Fridays.
Yeah.
But it was Fridays before, I think. Before it became Tuesdays.
I don't remember that part.
I think it might have been.
But it so it's because in the summertime, there's not really much.
Yeah, it was Fridays originally.
It was?
Yeah, more release.
Yeah, the only game I know.
Fridays.
The only big game I know that's coming out in summer is Mario Maker 2.
That's coming out?
Yeah.
For the Switch?
Yeah.
Cause you gotta,
I think that's coming out before.
Was
right
Mario
before or
Maker
right
even like a big?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was like the only.
Because you're making your own levels, right?
That and Smash for Wii U were the only two reasons to have a Wii U. And maybe Mario Kart.
Oh, that's what I need to get to. Making the Switch, Mario Kart.
I was just gonna say about the Friday thing. I think it was just more catered to kids because Friday our school's done.
Yeah,
we got the weekend to play the games and stuff like that. But now
I don't know why they switched to Tuesdays.
Yeah, why did it screw over my generation with the Tuesday release? We're gonna release it when you're in school.
Moving right along.
All right.
Time.
Yeah.
Want to talk about? Well, let's cover the quickfire.
Okay.
Hipster?
Yes. What is the definition of a hipster?
Yeah.
Now, what did you find when you looked on Urban Dictionary?
The Urban Dictionary one was kind of ridiculous.
I feel like I've looked that up before.
I
Now,
like-
our definition of a hipster, your definition of a hipster was somebody who follows trends
Before they're cool.
before they're cool.
Yeah.
So they're trendsetters.
Or
Try to be.
I got the
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary.
They try to force the trends enforce trends.
I think they see themselves as a trendsetter.
As a trendsetter.
And then people follow on.
Follows the
Alright,
latest trends and
his-
fashions. Especially those regarding outside. So it's basically somebody who just wants to be different.
Yeah.
That's basically
yeah.
it.
Yeah, the Urban Dictionary one says hipsters are people that try too hard to be different by rejecting anything they deem to be too popular.
So they're trying to be different.
Yeah.
Like you said, and they're trying to do trends that they
They
deem
try
to be.
way too hard.
Like they,
Okay.
oh.
They try too hard.
So I wonder how they got the dress, the style. With the beanie and the coat and the scarf. Like they all live in the city for some reason. All hang out in Soho.
Yo.
So,
I don't know.
I
don't
mean,
know where they originated.
I
It's
like
like-
the hipster style, but I wouldn't be a hipster. I'm not just out here
I
like,
mean,
yo.
You probably
Yeah, it's like a
wouldn't
mix.
see yourself as a hipster or one to be one, but people would classify you as a hipster when they saw your
Yeah,
appearance.
by the way I dress.
Yeah.
It's the appearance, man. It's just a mixture.
Yeah.
They see the appearance and okay.
You guys don't think I'm hipster, right?
No.
Looking at me? Well, you
Actually,
said I was an art collector.
Art collector.
This man
You
said
need-
I look like an
Wow.
art collector.
I'm art collector.
You do not know
Yo.
5 pieces.
I
The
low-key
picture.
can see that. I can
Thank you, Paul.
low-key can
Thank
actually see
you.
that.
Somebody
Low-key,
agrees
hold up.
with me.
I'm an
Low-key.
art collector.
Wow. Yo,
I
Chris
mean,
the art
all right,
collector.
with the art
All right.
collector,
Well, if
I can
I
see
later
that.
in the house have a house with mad art,
Yo.
then I give you
Well,
credit.
I mean, think about it. Look how you have your Funko Pops around your room.
Yeah.
They're displayed in such a
Funkos
good
are
fashion.
art
Let's just replace that.
Damn.
That'll be what you be doing.
Mad art over here.
Oh.
Art over here.
Ah.
They got this tapestry back there. Yeah, I could frame that and be like, yo, inspired Marquis.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm an art collector. Yeah. Let's view into each other's futures. What are you? Devin's a fireman.
Fireman?
Me? That's Mike King.
Oh, that is true. Mike.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
Alright, Mike's the fireman. You're the fire chief.
I'm the fire
You
chief.
you look like a fire chief.
I do.
With the beard, man. I think it's the
Oh my
beard.
God.
The fire chief.
The fire chief.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mike's the fire captain.
Uh-huh.
Well, what's the difference?
Fire captain, fire chief.
I don't even know if that's like a thing.
Is she
Alright.
actually made out of fire?
Well, moving right along, we're done with. I guess we kind of touched upon this hipster quickfire.
What was the second one?
Was it the second one?
Yeah, it wasn't
No.
What? No, it wasn't?
No.
Wait, I
It
feel
was
like
the
that.
second
I
one.
feel like
it
that we
wasn't.
canceled
No.
that a little too
Wait,
quick.
What?
No,
What was the
no,
second
no,
one?
no, there wasn't the second quickfire. That was
You
was it.
said
No,
something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you said
Oh, you
something,
did?
and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna add that to the." What was it though? I don't remember what you said.
I don't remember either.
It was some bullshit, man.
All right, well,
It might be some
we'll
You know,
try to
the crazy
remember
part
that
is
for next week.
gonna come back to me after.
All right, we'll write it down. That'll be next week's quickfire.
No.
Xbox, as
All right,
expedited
so-
as possible.
So I know we're not all Xbox. We don't play Xbox, and I'm sure most of our viewers don't. But
PS4.
tomorrow,
PS4 game.
Microsoft is hosting an Inside Xbox, and on the little trailer, which was like 14 seconds, they show the Halo Master Chief Collection logo, playing the Halo music, and people are taking that as speculation that Microsoft are finally going to release the Master Chief Collection on PC, which would be huge. It would be like about time.
Now, the Master Chief Collection does not include Reach, right?
Reach or Halo 5.
I have Halo 5.
Reach. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reach.
But Reach is, it's.
I mean,
I like Reach.
Yeah.
I read the book. I'm fine.
Oh, my.
I read
Well,
the
they were
book.
all books, right?
Yeah.
It would
I
be
read the
books
following-
after books.
Nah,
No.
I want to play Halo 3.
There were
man.
books before.
Yo,
No,
Halo
the,
3.
before Reach.
for
Yeah.
real.
Oh no, I
Oh,
thought
like during
on the
the-
book. I
Oh
thought.
no.
Okay.
The books were released like during the period of like Halo 1 through 3.
Oh, okay.
There you go, dude.
That's it.
Anything else you wanted? What? There was something small, wasn't there? After Microsoft? No.
No.
No?
No.
Did we?
It's just that one day, just nope, nothing there.
Did we actually cover everything though?
Nah.
I think.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't even cover Marquis's thing.
Yeah.
That we can't
we were
remember.
Yeah.
trying to remember. All right, quickly, we'll just do a piece of local news for those who live predominantly in this area where we're not, uncovering where. But the Union ShopRite the old Union ShopRite is becoming a thrift store.
Do you know
And
the name of this? The
That's
no,
gonna be
but it's
gonna
a
be a big thrift store.
yeah, it's
That's
gonna
a
be.
thrift
I mean,
store.
that's why I feel Devin doesn't agree. But most thrift stores I've been into look like they're usually supermarkets. So I guess it's pretty suiting, and it's supposed to be this. I don't know how big they are, but it's a chain thrift shop. So one of their chains are going to be where the old Union ShopRite used to be. I like thrift stores. I don't mind them, so I welcome that. Devin hates it because he's a grunt.
I don't remember the last time I've been in a thrift store.
He
Like-
looks like he shops in a thrift store.
Damn.
What?
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah,
Were we
we're
with
gonna
him
let
when he
that
got
one slide.
there?
Wait, we're gonna let that one slide.
I wanted.
Hey. I was
I
shopping.
would've liked-
I shop at thrift stores.
We were with him when he got there.
I know. I was just.
Oh, like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the
Oh,
mall.
you guys were with
Yeah, that was at the mall. I was like,
You were trying to bring that one back, and they didn't have the other one, right? Yeah.
You know, I never found it.
And we also took a picture together.
Yeah, that's
wearing this.
With the black version
Yeah,
of
the black
this.
Anyway, yeah,
You
I was
guys are
hoping
wrong,
that
Simon.
store would become like an Aldi's or something.
Well, I said bowling alley. I thought that'd be
A
pretty.
bowl. Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
It might be a
It's
bit
nice enough
small though,
space.
but
it's a decent size.
well, at moving area, I haven't actually looked inside, so it might actually be pretty big. Yeah, nice sizable, or like a skating rink.
A skating.
Skating ring. What the hell year are we in?
You gonna be skating?
No, I haven't skated in I don't know how long.
Listen,
Yeah.
A bowling alley would be good though. That would be like a perfect spot because it's like right there. You could even throw in a bar.
I don't know
in
how
there.
people can ice skate because I tried that. I couldn't even get on the ice.
I've never tried ice skating, but I sucked at regular.
It's easy.
skating,
You
so.
put the boots on your hands. You just.
Oh my god.
Do a handstand on the ice.
I think that's our time to punch out. Devin has lost his mind.
Oh my gosh.
We've covered everything. We are looking pretty good. Remember, our next video will most likely be in our new format,
Yeah.
featuring Google Hangouts. So look for us on there. Devin is still laughing. He put his hand over his mouth like a little girl. So on that bombshell, we're out of here.
You got anything else to add?
Okay. Must Be a Podcast gang. Peace.
Oh man.
That's ridiculous.